Okay, hey everybody, it's Lisa, and I've been wanting to do this video for some time. Came home from San Antonio, kind of scratchy throat and cold symptoms, and we had found out that in San Antonio, during a certain time of the year, which happened to be the time that we were there are three hemispheres that converge upon San Antonio all at the same time and drop all of the pollen and everything on it, and man, we just got hit because I don't have allergies, so I don't know what happened. So I'm kind of just got my tea here, to help me get through this because I wanted to get it done because I think it's important, and I get so many questions about it, and Jorge just did a video on it, and please follow him, Hypothyroidism for Success. And you want to follow all of his advice because that's kind of where I started. And from there I went to Dr. Amy Myers, and from there someone else and someone else. And you know what, it's about research, and it's about knowing yourself and your body, because we're not all the same. So what works for Jorge may not work for me. His depth of autoimmune might not be the same as mine, or thyroidism, or whatever you're suffering from. So it's okay to get advice, but I honestly believe you got to research it for yourself and find out what's good for you. So let's begin. Oh, it's peppermint. Peppermint is amazing. And I found a licorice peppermint too that I just love. So I went to San Antonio with a lot of concerns. I was kind of hesitant to travel with my probiotics and my green drink, and I didn't know what TSA would allow. So of course I started doing some research on it, and I found a clear path that will work for everyone, and I'm going to show you that in a bit. I'm going to take you inside, but for right now I wanted to be outside because it's beautiful. Look at the sky, it's amazing. So I was also concerned, generally my first stop when I hit the airport is Dunkin' Donuts, because I loved their donuts. And I laughed because I did take a picture, and I'll do a little blog post with this as well maybe, and of Dunkin' Donuts was kind of like right where we were sitting, and I laughed, and I had no desire. I don't. And honestly, I think if I ate a Dunkin' Donut right now, it would probably put me in a coma. So I don't do sugar, haven't done sugar for almost 3 months, and sugar, I mean agave, maple syrup, honey. I don't do fake sweeteners. The only thing that I do use is a product called Lakanto, and it's a monk fruit. And so it's plant-based, and it's healthy for you. And I suggest you look into that as well. So I was worried about eating. How was I going to eat on this? And my daughter and grandson were so amazingly cordial to me, because at that time I didn't eat until about 11:30, 12. So I took my grandson, and I got him breakfast and helped him eat breakfast, and I was fine. I knew 11:30 or 12 I was going to go ahead and be able to eat. I saved some eggs from breakfast and put them in a container and took them with us so that I had some protein along the way. And I think you hear my cat. She's wanting to be out here with me. And then I was worried about, what are we going to eat? Oh my gosh, what are we going to eat? And I didn't want to relax enough to where I totally blew whatever I had just done the last few months. But I wanted to enjoy my time, and I didn't want to hold everybody else up because, oh, Lisa doesn't eat that, or she doesn't eat this, So the first day was kind of sketchy. We kind of ate out. We went to Austin, actually, and we found, I can't remember the name of the place, but they serve juices, and they're really good. And at that same place, I found some amazing crackers that I absolutely love, and they won't ship to me. So that just means I have to find someone who loves me enough in Austin to hit this place up and send me a case of crackers. I would just love it. So honestly, I'm being serious. If you're in Austin and you love me enough, I'll pay. But if you want to grab some crackers for me, I would greatly appreciate it. So we had a juice there and some crackers, and I'm trying to think what else we did that day. And later on we ended up at the Riverwalk, and we ate at a very, very nice Italian restaurant where I had a grilled chicken breast in lemon and butter sauce, and it was really good. And guess what? I didn't have any pasta, and oh my gosh, pasta was my favorite thing. And the next day, we ate at In-N-Out, and I was really not. Everybody talks about it. My kids all love it, and you see it all over on the internet. Oh, In-N-Out, In-N-Out. And so I had a burger wrapped in lettuce, and I did have some French fries. And of course, I carried my water with me. But you know what, guys? I'm not a fan. Don't tell anybody. My kids are like just in shock that I didn't like it. I didn't. And that's okay. And my grandson loved it. My daughter loved it. And I enjoyed being with them. And it didn't matter. The next night, we ate at a beautiful steakhouse. My grandson wanted us to have a dress-up night. So we dressed up and we went back down to the Riverwalk, and we ate at a lovely steakhouse where I had a beautifully made steak and a baked potato. But you know what? That's not how I normally eat. And I know you guys ask Jorge all the time, and you're asking me, come on, I wanna step by step. Like in breakfast, I eat 3 eggs and toast, and this is the kind of butter I use, and blah blah blah. But you know what? It doesn't work like that. It's not a step-by-step protocol. When you have an autoimmune, and there are diets out there, trust me, and you can follow them if you can. I personally didn't like a lot of things that I saw on autoimmune diets. So what I did is I first of all did my 15-day juice fast, and from there I was kind of afraid of like, oh my God, what am I going to be able to eat? And I slowly introduced things back into my body. Number one thing was eggs, because eggs do cause some people to show like rejection, that their body doesn't like it. My body likes eggs, and I'm so happy because I do eat a ton of eggs. My butter, it comes from, I believe, Ireland, and it does have salt in it, and I use it very sparingly, and more often than not I use it just on like a toast or something. I do eat some wheat, very, very minimal, but it's whole ground wheat. It's not enriched. It's not got anything added to it. And my bread has lots of seeds in it because I love seeds. And I think Jorge just said this, seeds are part of life, and they're part of, that plant or that thing that you're eating came from a seed. And I absolutely hate seeing jellies and jams and stuff like, seedless. Why? I love the seeds. So I put seeds on my salads. When I work a full-time job. I work 12-hour days, and at work I take a protein, which is usually a meat. Actually, I take 2. I usually take like a beef or a chicken, and I take a big salad, and then I'll have like something for later. And I also carry with me a protein. Usually it's a Vega, or I'm falling in love with Sun Warrior. But it isn't, I don't have a set or prescribed, you want to eat 3 eggs in the morning, and you want to make them this way, and, use this oil and that butter. And oh, but I only use coconut oil and sometimes olive oil. So you're going to have to find your way by watching these videos, researching, the things that you want to research, and it has to work for you. For me, what I do works. I try introducing like popcorn. I used to love popcorn, and I only bought organic popcorn cooked in coconut oil with Himalayan salt, and I ate it, and you know what? I mean, it just didn't agree with me, so I just put it to the side for right now. I snack on foods without sugar. Simple Mills is something new that I've caught on to, which has frostings and cakes and cookies and pizza dough and artesian dough, and I think muffin mixes, and simple. And just like it says, Simple Mills, you look on the side and it's got like boom, 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 like 5 ingredients. That's what's in here. RX bars, the same way. Right? It's like no joke labeling. This is what it has in it, and that's it. And of course, I'm so mad. I'm mad at the United States. I'm mad at the way that they allow us to be fed. I've traveled to Israel. I've been to Canada, and the stuff that is in our food isn't even allowed in their food. Like, I'll use Hershey's as an example because Hershey's does a lot of business in the United States, but when you cross the border to Canada, the Hershey's chocolate is made totally different because Canada does not allow the garbage that the United States allows them to put into their food, and that sucks. It makes me mad. It makes me mad that when I pick up a container and it says all natural, healthy, you know, whatever. I can't even think of the things that I've seen. And then you read the labels, and I was mad. I was mad that Meldextrin fooled me for a while. It's freaking sugar, people. You got to read your labels. Read them, read them, read them. And if you don't know about it, learn about it. I'm now switching all of my household products to healthy, natural, if you can say organic. I don't know anything about dish soap or laundry soap or things like that, so I'm researching it and I'm finding people that have researched it so that I know what to bring into my house. And at that point, I will be totally 100% natural, organic. My makeup, everything that I use on my body right now already is. My food already is, pretty much. I mean, I can't say that I totally do, 100% organic or natural, because sometimes if I can't find that lemon, I will buy a conventional lemon. There's a big difference, though. Big difference between the two. I've had a conventional lemon and a organic lemon, and when you slice them open, the organic lemon is like, damn, lemon. The natural, the conventional one is kind of like, yeah, I'm a lemon. You got to kind of work for the smell and the taste of it. So I'm sold out organic. I fight sometimes for my products and I ask, hey, where's that butter lettuce that was just here that was organic? I'm not a big in-seasonal eating person just because I think the stores fake us out on that stuff. We have a little market here, but I think he gets his stuff pretty much the same place that, the grocery store does, so I don't go there. I haven't been back to Artesian market yet, and I plan to go there. I found another place to buy my meats, grass-fed, organic, you know, my eggs, or organic. And don't buy that cage-free stuff. It just means they're not in a cage. They could be being fed anything, but that just means they're cage-free. So know your sources, know your labels, know your ingredients, and don't give up. You're going to have days, it's going to go up and down, up and down. You're going to have days like that. Don't give up. Keep pursuing it. Talk to your doctor, and if your doctor won't listen, find another one. There's plenty of doctors out there that will listen. I guess that's about it. I'm going to take you inside here in a minute and kind of show you what I did, the protocol that I used for getting through TSA with my probiotics and my green drink. Talk to you later in a few. Bye. Okay, so now we're inside and it's really so simple. And like I said, I did all of my research and you don't need a lot of items. The first thing you're going to need is I like this one. It's kind of like a foil, if you can see it. It's got a foil lined pouch and it's a zipper. Give these people a plug. The people at Cacao Chocolate in St. Louis were kind enough to give this to me one day when I was actually doing some shopping. It was a hot day. So you want this. Don't worry about this. TSA, they were a breeze. So you want that, okay? So you have that. And the other thing you're going to need is a dark glass bottle. You can get these anywhere. I found this at Fresh Time. I'm sure Whole Foods has it, health food stores, your local health food store. I know she has some, down the street from us. So you want this. I take my probiotics in pills and I measured out the day. I didn't want to take my entire container because what if something happened? And here's something too, the reason you don't want to take your things in your stored luggage is because sometimes in the stored luggage area, it gets too hot down there. Your probiotics have to stay cool. So what I did was I counted out the days that I needed, put them in my brown thing. Oh, and I forgot about this. I'm going to need some foil. And again, don't worry about this going through TSA. It was not a problem at all. And you're going to want to take your bottle and you're going to want to wrap it up and secure it inside here. All right. So once you do that, you're going to put it inside your little bag that you have. And the next thing that I was concerned about was my green juice, because all you know, I do this. It's Organifina and Organifi. I don't know why I want to call it the other name. And what I did is save one of these, because this was a lifesaver. Save one of these, save a scoop. And what I did is poured into the empty one the amount of green juice that I felt that I was going to be drinking. And I added a few more for my kids, you know, and my grandson. Maybe they wanted to have some with me. And I put it in here, sealed it up, put it in my container. The next thing you need a sealed ice pack. Don't put ice in a baggie and think it's going to work, because it won't. TSA will take it. You need a sealed ice one. This one's kind of small, but it's just one that I had for an example. And I took it in and I put it in here just as a double protection and put it inside my pack. So here you have everything. Got my probiotics, my green drink, and my thing. And the other thing that was nice is that I was able to store a lot of other things in here. My RX bars went in here. My grandson had brought some candy that he wanted to take. We put it in here, sealed it up, put it in my carry-on. And when I went through TSA, I was going through the x-ray machine, and I heard one of the guys say, she left her ticket here and she's marked or something, you know, or she's a hit. I can't remember exactly the words. And I knew they were talking about me. And so I was waiting for somebody to say something to me, and they didn't. And so then I went to put on my stuff, and I noticed that my carry-on was missing. And I looked up, and a TSA agent had it, and she said, "Is this yours?" And I said, "Yes." And she went, "Come over here." So I got pulled aside. You know what? So, and I've learned this is protocol. This will happen. When you take this, this will happen. So prepare for it. Don't arrive late and think you're going to get through. It's their job to secure that plane, and they're going to want to know what's in here. So she asked me what was in here, and I told her, and she had me open each thing up and explain to her what it was. And she was actually very interested in the green juice, and I told her all about it. She wrote it down, so I hope she bought some. She was very pleasant, very nice, wasn't a problem at all. Sealed it back up and told me, "This is not a problem. You can bring this, but just, you know, maybe ahead of time let them know, or just prepare to be pulled aside and to explain what's in there." There's nothing wrong to explain what you're carrying on a plane. I don't have a problem with it at all. So that's pretty much it. It's my protocol. It's what I use. It's what I'm going to use when I travel. It totally put me at peace. Once I went through TSA, I realized I got this now. So it was just a new step in my direction. So I got it, and it worked, and that's about it. So I am excited to share it with you, so you can travel and you don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to compromise. You can take what you want and you need to continue healthy autoimmune protocol, healthy thyroid protocol. I mean, there are a whole bunch of other things that, you know, diabetics, their medicine needs to stay cold as well. Their insulin, most insulins. So I'm sure this is something that they do and have done for years, and we're just learning about it. So other than that, you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. I got to get ready for work. Boo. Bye, everybody.